Hello, Hero Collectors here. How's it going, everybody? Hope y'all are doing fantastic. I know I am, and today we're going to be cracking open this brand new Fantastic Four First Step Silver Surfer figure. I got her from my local Target. Uh, I just didn't order her before the movie, but after the movie, of course, I had to have her for the collection. I've also got the Depowered Johnny on the way, so I will have the full wave hopefully within the next week or so. But yeah, let's go ahead and just crack her open. So I'm not going to really talk spoilers about the movie. I'm going to do my best not to mention anything specific. But yeah, I did see the movie. It was quite good. I like this interpretation of Silver Surfer. I know a lot of people were upset because it's not Norrin Rad, but I think this was still a great character in the movie. And I am very excited to have the figure now. So let's see. We got two trays here. She's got a really long surfboard. So let's set that there. Let's get that out. Yeah, that is much bigger than the previous ones. I can tell that without even cracking her open. Or getting her on it, or comparing, I should say. So there she is. And there's the extra hands. Okay, alright, let's break in her articulation. I got her here. I really like the silver that they painted the hair. It would have been cool to see that silver throughout the figure, because it's just that more chrome, shinier silver. She's just kind of on a base, comic base body. I think this is the Shriek body mold. So I'm pretty familiar with what this can do. And I do like the paint that they do have throughout. You can see the bits of kind of copper, I guess, to kind of make it look a little reflective. And then this is the kind of plastic choice that gets marbleized. You can see it especially here on this leg, that like line that goes through. So I know some people don't like that. I've never minded it because it kind of gives that metallic sheen to a figure. And especially on a character like this or an Iron Man, it feels right in my opinion. So everything's looking pretty smooth. And no issues here. So, okay. Now, let's check out the board. Now, I can actually get my standard Silver Surfer board. It's on the HasLab stand there. So when we've got it, you can just see, I guess in length it's not much longer, but it's definitely wider. So it makes it seem so much larger. Let's see if you can see just how wide it is there. Yeah, let's get it off the stand. Come on. There. So, yeah. I guess it's not as quite as big as I was expecting, but, or as I was realizing, but there it just goes on the stand. Let's see. There's a couple poses from the movie we could do. I wish she could crunch down further. Already feeling that. Okay, that actually looks pretty good. So let's put the foot down. Ah, dang it. Okay, the knees, they're solid, but they do seem to just kind of move easier. Like, I think if you get her in position, she's going to stay there, but if you put even a little bit of pressure, she'll kind of collapse. But that looks pretty dope. I'm liking that. It's a cool little base. I keep getting the ads for the clip of when she first arrived when I'm watching YouTube, and I can't help but have that voice in my head. Yeah, I definitely wish she had the super articulated torso so she could crunch down a bit more. That would be nice. But I want to put in this hand because it's new, not quite the standard female hands we get. Yeah, God, that torso, it gets barely any forward. I wish that was better. Okay, let's see if we can do something here. No. Gotta really experiment, I guess. Because I've seen a lot of people take some really cool, shots of poses with this figure, and okay, I'm struggling here. Hold on. Slide that in, and let's just see if we can kind of twist this around. I get in the promo photos, she's supposed to be like standing and grasping it, but I've seen people take and like do this or something. I don't know. It looks super awkward on the leg, but like what they were doing was just like, for the promo photos, was just this. So like, that's cool that we can do that, but she wasn't really posed like this in the movie, so I don't know. I don't know if I'm really gonna do that. Yeah, you kind of see there. Okay, actually, what I want to do now is put this back on the base, choose a pose for her, and then we're gonna put her in the palm of my HasLab Galactus and just see how that looks. So let's... Okay, hang on. Okay, the fact that this is angled slightly makes it harder to balance. Her just standing towards the front, or like straight on. But okay, I think I've got the pose. Let's put her with Galactus. And here she is with the Galactus in my display. The HasLab Galactus, looking pretty sweet. You can kind of open up the hand and fit the base in there and balance her, which is pretty dope. So if you are looking for a Shalabal to go with your HasLab Galactus, I think this would work pretty well. And I mean, if you really want to have this Galactus be your MCU Galactus, I think it can work. His design in the movie was pretty dang close, but it's personal choice. I don't think I'm going to end up having Silver Surfer with him, but it's a nice option, and I'll probably take him out of the display to do pictures with all the Fantastic Four figures anyway. So, yeah. Okay, let's get her back on the table. Alright, now we got her back on the table, and I thought, why not bring in Silver Surfer, the comic version? I don't think... Well, there is an old movie figure from The Rise of the Silver Surfer, but I don't remember, and there's all the Toy Biz figures, but yeah. I think she would fit in a comic display if you really want to have that Earth X thing going on, but yeah, she's definitely going in my movie display. So let's pull him back out, and let's get her into one last pose before we close out the video. I'm going to try one more time to see if I can make her look good on the board. I know I was really struggling earlier. I'm going to have to go back and look at all the posts that I've seen lately and see what I'm doing wrong, because they were making this figure look so good, and I am struggling or just kind of off my game today. But, okay, there's that. Okay, that's a good start to a pose. And just like that. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. So, alright. Yeah, I think this is a pretty dope figure. I'm glad to have her. Definitely going to do a review. So the way I'm doing the Fantastic Four movie figure reviews is I'll be doing the Flame Dawn Johnny and the Thing together. I'll do Reed and Sue together, and then I'll do Silver Surfer and Deflame Johnny together for different reviews in the near future. I don't exactly know when, just kind of whenever I get around to posing these figures, taking pictures, and being ready for said review. So yeah, with all that being said, I hope you all enjoyed this unboxing video. Again, I will get to a review where I take photos and really finalize my thoughts on this figure in the near future. So make sure you are subscribed so you can check that out. Make sure you also like this video and comment down below. Did you get this figure? What do you think of the figure overall? And what did you think of the movie? Don't put any spoilers because, you know, it's still only the second week at the time of recording. So let people go see the movie before you say random spoilers in the comments. But yeah, let's chat it up down there. And I will talk to you all in another video, another post, another time.